notes so that I make it look like I know what I'm talking
All
about.
right, you got to.
All set? Yeah. This is the sectional final of the 2023 women's soccer playoffs between the University of Rochester and Tufts University, with Tufts advancing to the Final Four by a final score of 1-0. We are joined for this interview by Rochester head coach Ashley Van Vechten. What got them going in the second half? In the latter part of the first half, they started to at least pick up play a little bit more and create chances for themselves.
Is that us or Tufts, Dennis? Is that us or?
Tufts. What got Tufts
Gotcha.
going?
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, they've got a wonderful front three and a midfield that just feeds them those entry balls. So it was difficult for us, in terms of, trying to win possession off of 50-50s, as well as they had a really good strategy and build-up that kind of negated some of what we were hoping to do.
They made it tough for you defensively to try and string together passes, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely, and I think you're seeing a little bit of the fatigue of playing two matches, back to back in the manner that we did.
And you had trouble being able to get the ball to Claire Grover in shooting space, and she's your top scorer.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tufts, their center backs did an incredible job. Both making sure that Claire couldn't really help us in build up, as well as denying her goal scoring chances. As we continue on and look to the future, we've got to make sure that we are a little bit more varied in our attack, so that we're not, as relying on one player, as tremendous as she is.
In hindsight, how would you analyze the game today?
I'm sorry?
In hindsight, how would you analyze the game today?
I think it's one of those where, I think, I look to the fact that we looked a little leggy. We didn't seem to have as much energy as Tufts brought to the field, and credit to them. I mean, they were energetic and up for it. I think we looked a little bit nervy at times, and in terms of decision making, I know that our program has the ability to be a little bit more bold in our choices, and to be a little bit more courageous in terms of combining the way that we know we're capable of.
In preseason, what kind of goals did you have? I don't think you would figure,
Yeah.
I want to be sitting here having just played the sectional final on my own field.
I think, for the staff, I don't know if we saw that coming, but absolutely, without a doubt, our seniors did. That group of 7 seniors are led by our senior captains, Sarah Martin and Mia McGinty, all 7 of them, ever since selection show last year, when we got left out. I heard them walking out of the room basically saying, we need to take care of business next year. And the work that we've seen this season is a testament to that mentality, and what they've been able to do with this program.
Okay. Coach, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming in and talking to us after the game.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dennis.
Julie looked over at you.
This is the sectional final of the 2023 NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Playoffs. Final today between the Jumbos of Tufts University against the University of Rochester Yellow Jackets. Tufts wins the game 1-0 and advances to the Final Four. We're joined for this session by Tufts head coach Martha Whiting, Elsie Aries, and Jordan Kushner. Coach, can you start by making a few comments on the game itself, and I'll have some questions for you and for the ladies.
Sure, yeah. It was one of the better games I've seen in my 30 years of coaching in college. Two really good teams going at it, and we knew we had our hands full with Rochester coming into the game. And if we could just defend their counterattack, we felt like we had a pretty good shot. And Elsie just is our little sniper over here, and she got her opportunity, and she nailed it. And that's really what we needed. We were patient, and when that opportunity came up, put it away, and that was really the game.
You did a good job of not allowing U to string passes together. And they were also able to keep the ball away from Grover, who was their top assassin. I just saw the look on your face when I mentioned
Yeah,
that.
she was scary.
How did you structure the defense to be able to do that?
Well, I mean, honestly, all year our goal is to defend as hard as we attack and pressure the ball as quickly as possible and as hard as possible. And so we work a lot in practice on high pressure, and that something that's carried through. So fortunately, it wasn't something new to us. So really, that was just the goal: is to defend as hard as we could and as quickly as we could, and it's paid off for us.
Jordan, what did the coach and team talk about at halftime when it was still 0-0?
Yeah, we just wanted to keep the energy up. We knew good things were coming if we stayed as a unit and kept our foot on the gas. I think the momentum really started to shift at the end of the first half, and we just wanted to keep up that mentality. And I mean, the energy and positivity was just fantastic. So we just wanted to keep it rolling.
Elsie, tell me about the goal first.
So freshman Wavy Sumner, she was driving down the sideline. She cut it back to me, and I took a shot with my left foot towards the back post.
And you're making a habit of knocking host schools out of the tournament.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Before the season started, did you foresee this kind of a scoring season for yourself?
I mean, not exactly. I only had 4 goals last year, but I think as a team, we've been working so hard out of season that it's great that it's finally paying off now.
What adjustment did the team make to create more running space for you?
I would say we, as a team, we've been working to build and shift their defense before we look to break the lines, and so that's really been helpful. And having creative runs up top is really helpful as well.
Did you ever have a point in the game well before the final whistle where you felt we're in control, even when it was still 0-0?
Did you want to answer that? I mean, I would say it's really tough because when you have two good teams play against each other, you're going to absorb pressure and then you're going to apply pressure, and so there's a real back and forth. And so I felt like we had a lot of the possession, and I felt like we had really great opportunities. It's really hard to say whether or not we had the game totally in control, but we felt as comfortable as we could in such a kind of almost like a frantic situation.
And Gigi did a nice job. She made a number of key saves and then kept coming out to get to the ball in the box before U could.
Yeah.
And they had a couple of chances, but the second minute of the game where, love the expressions. Where the net was open and the player headed the ball over the post, and then down near the stretch, I think with about 15 minutes left when it was still tied, they pulled a shot just past the right post. But how would you evaluate what she did today?
I mean, Gigi's, she is great, confidence, and that's what we need in a keeper, and she doesn't really let anything shake her, so definitely coming, from someone who plays on the back line, she stays locked in, and that kind of confidence and she like kind of unwavers, and that translates to our defense. So I think she does a really good job of setting that tone and kind of de-escalating like after she makes a save and regrouping. So, I mean, she's amazing.
Ladies, thank you very much. Congratulations on a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And enjoy the trip to
Virginia.
We plan on it. Thank you.